Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the TA Dc Tj1240-AL. This is a top jam extender. This is used on their DC 200 series door closers, and realistically it's going to be compatible with, well, it's for the DC 200 is what it's for. And will therefore be appropriate for that style of closer. I wouldn't be surprised if it worked on their a couple of the other models, like the DC 851. It might work on that. It might work on the DC 70 as well as the DC 90. It could probably work on the DC 50 series. It would likely work on as well. Anyway, this is for a DC-200 series closer, which is in their catalog, actually, which you can review from the link below this video, and pull up their full-on catalog and find the DC 200 series closer. Now, what is this? This is the forearm of a door closer arm, except that this is unusual in the fact that it's longer than standard. Why you would need this? This would be for what is called a deep reveal. They're saying a top jam extender. Here's what that really means. The reveal is the dimension from the face of the frame to the face of the door on the push side. If it was on the pull side, the reveal would be 3/32 of an inch. On the push side of the door, from the face of the header to the face of the door. Now, in typical installations, let's just use a hollow metal frame, an unequal rabbet hollow metal frame as an example. You would have a 5 3/4 frame, an unequal rabbet, so you're going to be about 1 9/16 on the small rabbet. You're going to have a stop that's about 2 1/4, and when you add all that together, 1.5625 plus 2 1/4, that reveal to the face of the door is nominally about 3 13/16. Your standard arm, your standard forearm of a closer is going to work perfectly. Okay, if you get a reveal that's out past 4 1/4, maybe out to about 7 inch, that regular arm's not going to fit because it's not long enough to get the shoe attached to the face of the door, and then this connected to the main arm of the door closer arm itself. Now, it's unusual to have a deep reveal, but not uncommon at all, because we don't have published data from Transatlantic in terms of what kind of reveal. It's somewhat guesswork. You know, you get out past about a 4 1/4 sort of reveal dimension, 4 inch, about a 4 inch reveal, you're going to need a longer arm. If you didn't use a longer arm, now keep in mind, this is a top jam sort of installation. Body is on the header, and the shoe is mounted to the face of the door, and you're mounting it on the push side. If you had a too short of an arm, and you'll know it, because you'll have to actually pull the forearm to get it to actually reach to the face of the door, and what you're doing is you're actually loading, you're putting load on the valve inside of the door closer. So if you have a situation where you actually need to pull that arm and get it cranked and pushed over just to touch the face of the door, you need a deep reveal arm, or a top jam extender is what you're going to need. Now, here are some dimensions. Overall length of this arm, well, end of the threaded rod to the center of where the shoe is about 13 1/8. The length of the threaded portion down here, let's show you that. About 3 3/4 inch, just the length of the threaded portion. And then this knob, of course, is going to communicate to the female portion of the main arm. Okay, so that's how you're going to determine if you need a longer arm. But keep in mind, I've given you the dimensions so that you can compare it against your existing to determine, yes, this arm is long enough, or no, it's not. You could have an exceptionally deep reveal You could have a 20-inch jam depth, and Transatlantic doesn't have anything for that very unusual sort of installation. But what they do have are other accessories for this door closer: drop plates, hold open arms, parallel arm brackets, covers, etc. It's a good closer. It's a multi-sized, handicap compliant sort of universal style in terms of its footprint. It'll be very common. Okay. Aluminum finish. That's the AL part and the part number. Now, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, as I had mentioned hopefully before. Link to the manufacturer's catalog, and you can pull all that up. Here's what you need to know about Transatlantic. If you're looking for very good quality, very reasonably priced hinges, door closers, lock sets, and exit devices, they're a great option. You might have a client who is doing some tenant build-out work, and they want good hardware, but they also don't want to spend a lot of money. They want stuff that's not going to break and take a little bit of abuse, but they still don't want to spend a lot of money. Transatlantic is something, over my years of having sold them, has turned into something that my client base, when I sell them Transatlantic in that scenario, they come to request it later on down the road. They can tell that it's good quality material. They can tell that it works, especially their exit devices. You're gonna search long and hard to find an exit device, their ED-501, that will compare against it in terms of cost. That is a great item that you can bring to your client base and say, listen, there are no replacement parts available for this. If this were to break, you're going to have to replace it. This also is a very inexpensive, grade 1, million life cycle, rated piece of hardware for pennies on the dollar compared to other options. Anyway, my name is Rich Howard. If you have any questions on the Transatlantic TA Dc Tj1240-AL top jam extender for their DC 200 series door closers, or any other Transatlantic product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.